Okay, how you guys doing? This is Dr. Greg McLeod from the Elite Traders University. And how you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope you guys are doing well on this fabulous Thursday. It's time once again for the Thursday Power Hour, and brought to you here in the Facebook group, the Live Forex Traders Den. And this is where traders, you meet with live traders. We trade live in the markets. We stream 3 times a day or 3 times a week, Tuesdays at 2 a.m. and at 8 a.m. Wednesdays at 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. and Thursdays 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. And we recently had a fabulous treat where Cut the Rope, aka Uncle Cut, joined me in our European London session. And since he had the day off from work, he went ahead and continued the trading, and he hit a massive 2,000. Get this, 2,000 pips. 2,000 pips live. He was open like 194 positions, and he was closing them out in rapid fire like a machine gun. And so it was good to see guys, Terry and Dirk on the call, and Lewis and Ken on the call as well, and Sean and a lot of the gang, regular gang, are there seeing this historic moment. And so we had a couple of historic moments. So I hit the 1.3 mil on the previous call. We showed two, so we show you guys pips being made live. This is not Photoshop. This is not some type of manipulation, but it's us using a proprietary system which I developed some 20 something years ago, which we use every day to pull hundreds of pips out of the market. People are doubling and tripling accounts, passing their prop challenges, and doing all kinds of great things when you have a system, a plan. And again, most people, when they fail to plan, they plan to fail. And so it's very important to know, have a plan, and to have some confidence that you can go step by step and make pips. You want something that's repeatable, that's turnkey, and that will help you become a better trader. I just want to do a quick sound check, video check, make sure that you can hear my voice and see my face. And if you can, we can go ahead and proceed, because we're going to talk about a very special topic. We're going to talk about later on, we're going to talk about bankers levels, support and resistance, bankers levels. Like we're talking about special case support and resistance. We talked about Fibonacci before, and we're going to talk about trend lines and moving averages, other types of moving of support and resistance. There's supply and demand zones. I'll even do a session on that. But support and resistance is the fundamental basis of all trading systems. Whether it's trending system, a breakout system, you must know what your levels are, the levels where there's buyers and sellers that are occupying these areas. These are like floors in a building, layered upon layered, right? And when those levels break, then they provide opportunities to either get long or to get short. And knowing those levels, knowing those numbers, knowing how old they are, how far they go back, can be a very daunting task, being able to memorize all these things. Are we looking at, because there's traders out there, they're using a myriad different types of systems and types of trading strategies. Some are looking at Fibonacci, and they're just pure Fibonacci people. And it's almost like a political party. Like we have Republicans and Democrats and Libertarians, but maybe not so much variety, because basically everyone, it's just the uniparty, right? But in technical, of the field of study around trading called technical analysis, there are different groups of people in that group. There are price action people that only look at price action. They don't pay attention to indicators. They scoff at indicators. There's some people who are fundamental traders. They don't care anything about technical lines and graphs and charts. They only look at the fundamentals and the economy. The fact I was talking to a gentleman where he said he just, he buys a basket of stocks and just follows the economy. If the economy is good, this basket of stocks will do well. And so I fall in the camp using technical analysis, and I also use the fundamentals. We make fun of the fundamentals in technical analysis. We call them fundamentals, which we were looking at the economic condition of a country. We're looking at the global economy. We're looking at GDP. We're looking at employment numbers, using them, and then using technical analysis to find entries in the market. But whatever you use, you're going to use support and resistance. Now, the different kinds, there's different flavors of support and resistance. Again, there's Fibonacci. There's a Fibonacci people. And there are people who use pivot points. Pivot points, we'll talk about that in another broadcast, where we take the high, low, and close of the previous day, and we get levels, right? Some people use moving averages as a form of support and resistance. Some people use trend lines as a way of support and resistance. Some use something called Gann lines. That's a little bit more complicated. And still others use a very simple system that's been around for a very long time. It goes by many different names. One name, they call it quarter lines because of the numbering system in quarters. And there's also, they also talk about the quarter lines, and they call them a banker support because they're the round numbers, whole numbers, and quarter lines, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and share the presentation with you, and then we'll talk about some really cool things about what's going on with the ETU. We have a and just making sure that we are getting ready to go here, and all right, I'm going to expand. I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Okay. And so I'm going to share. And I'm going to share. Oh, okay. There. And we're going to share sound, of course. And we are going to share on down. Okay. All right. You guys can see, you should be able to see my screen. I'll move this out of the way, and then we'll get going. All right.
How to trade bankers levels 0, 0, 2, 5, and more for low risk, high probability entries. Before we get started, I want to direct your attention to the risk disclaimer on your screen to make sure you understand all the risks associated with foreign exchange trading. In the following presentation, we will learn how to enter high probability, low risk trades at key levels of institutional support and resistance. Support and resistance levels are the foundation of trading the financial markets. Being able to quickly identify significant areas of support and resistance help traders enter the market with the least amount of risk, but the most amount of potential gain. There are many types of support and resistance available to traders, like Fibonacci, floor pivot levels, classic support and resistance, and even Bollinger Bands and moving averages. No matter what method is used, the goal is to determine the turning point or points of continuation in the market. The $5.1 trillion a day Forex market is dominated by a handful of very large and powerful banks. 50% of all Forex volume is traded among the interbank market. The biggest and brightest minds in the industry move orders with a minimum value of $5 million and can be as large as $1 billion in a single trade. But how are these big orders getting into the market? What are these institutional traders using to get into these positions, and where? Well, unlike commonly used support and resistance levels, bankers levels are based on what is referred to as round numbers. These levels have numbers that end in the following numbers: 0, 0, 2, 5, 5, 0, and 7, 5. And you can see in the following examples, we have these levels: 1.2300 for euro, Aussie dollar 0.8325, ending in 25, pound yen 144.50 for the 50 level, and dollar CAD 1.3575 for the 3/4 line. Now these are what you would use in short-term trading. These are short-term levels that you'll see on a chart. You'll be able to recognize these support and resistance levels and find that price actually reverses and turns and changes direction at these particular areas. However, additionally, there are larger support and resistance zones divided up into 250 pip increments with 4 quarter lines, or 250 pips, equal to one handle, which is also called 1,000 pips. Okay. Now notice in the example above at a weekly euro chart how significant turning points in the market happen at or near these 250 pip bankers levels. Now these levels are easily identified and marked on a larger time frame. Then traders can move down to lower time frames to pinpoint entries at or near these significant areas. No matter what method is used, the goal is to determine the turning point or point of continuation of the market. When a bullish uptrend approaches a significant level of resistance, traders who are long can manage their trade in a couple of ways. They can take partial profits and move the stop up or trail to lock in profits while taking a chance that price may break the resistance level. Or they can take profit and close the position just before it reaches resistance. The same process would be done in a downtrend going from support to support. Traders can even place pending orders to enter and exit these levels automatically without being in front of the computer. Just merely identify those areas and placing either a buy stop to enter above market or sell stop to enter below market at a significant level of support or resistance. Or in case they want to buy a bounce from a level, they can place a buy limit at the support level, looking for a price to bounce from that area. Now, if they're looking for a price to drop, they can use a sell limit to sell at a higher price at or near or against that bottom resistance or support level. Okay. Now, as you can see, bankers levels are a powerful tool to find the very same entry areas and profit targets as the big banks and institutions. Now you can employ them in your own trading as well. If you have any questions, email support@elitetradersu.com.
Okay, guys, then let's go ahead and so we got so basically it's very simple to find these areas. So let's go ahead and look at some charts and take a look at and see if we can find the levels. We can actually use let's see if we can pull up a chart, and we can, and actually they have a plugin, or you can probably look up bankers levels in the MQL5 store and download something that actually draws those lines on there for you, right? But let's go ahead and go here and bring up a chart, and let's maybe bring up the pound versus US dollar, which is a pretty good chart. And okay, and me trying to bring it on over. Okay. Okay, so here's a 1 hour pound versus US dollar chart, right? And we can actually put on a template. Let's go see if we can put another template on. There's color candles here, and we do a 2050. How about that? 2050 moving average. Oh, okay. Remove. Okay, object ledger, remove all drawings, remove all indicators, yes, remove all drawings, yeah, okay. And there is right here, get rid of all our old orders. Okay, all right, so this is nice. So this is a clean chart here. So what we do if we were to do this by hand is to go ahead and we can put our levels, maybe I can make that a different color level and make that like black, right? So that's at 35. So here is at almost 25 is right here, right? So that's a 25 area. And then let's say we wanted to draw another line. Let me make these all black, right? Another horizontal line. But after 25 comes the 50 line. Here is 50, right? And then, so we would draw these back by hand. 50, 25 plus 50, 75. We have a 75 area. And you can see that where we get a little bit of a pause, subtle pause, and then this breakout. And then we had 25 and went 0, the round number right there. There's our round number. See price bounce at the 25, pull back to the 0, right? And so it may take a little bit of work to draw these 75.00 again, the 28.00. We're currently at the 25 area, we're closing in on the 25 area next, 25, right? So that will be our next target that we will look for price, right? And you can see that as we came back through 75, so sometimes we see prices like bouncing around 0 area, the whole number round number handles. There's 12600, and you can see the whole number was a major turning point. 12600 was a major turning point for the British pound, right? And then it started working its way up. You can see that price dropped hard and then bullish engulfing there, and then we go to the next level, which is the 25 area. And the 25 was a long, rangy support that we had back there. We're hugging in the line, then drop, and then we pushed up from that, like bouncing up, like someone that's underwater and they push their feet off the surface of the swimming pool, and they start moving their way back up. 25, and then we go to the 50 is right here, and you can see that where we could set targets. If we were long at 0, we could set a target for 50, or we can look at maybe 75, which was probably the next level. We can look left and see that 25 area was very significant, right? That's the 75 area, and price rallied in there, right? So now we hit 0 and we bounced here, like where we are right now, right? And so now the 25 area is will be our next target, right? So we can look at targets once 0 is broken, right? And then we have that move into the 28.25 that we're looking at now. Beyond, like, you see traders even putting a target there, the higher. I can go there and take the targets off, right? And so there we go. We have 25. And then the next is our 28.50, right? And then after 50, 75. Very simple, right? So sometimes you can like see, okay, where's price? Price at 17 is at 28. We just say the last two numbers, 17, 17. We're at 17. We're at 17. We're 8 pips for 25. Maybe we go a smaller time frame and try to scalp this to the 25 area, right? That's a strategy, right? We can maybe go down to, like, here we go down 21 tick. We go down the tick chart, right? And see, look how far apart our lines are. Our line would be, we came at almost the 0, reversed, rose. This is a 21 tick chart. So it's there's orders. See, there's order flow. There's 13 orders have gone through, 13. So it's not based on time, it's based on order flow. And so we can see that price, it formed this footing, this tweezer, we call it tweezer bottom, like a pair of tweezers. The two long wicks it's a very bullish pattern. We have a tweezer bottom, very bearish with a tweezer top. And it happened, and it may not go right at the level, but this is like horseshoes and hand grenades is really close to the support area. So that would be a bullish reversal, something that we would look to get long, and not be afraid of, right? And almost like a Pinocchio bar, right? And so we can look at these levels. But the closer it is, like when we had we actually double tapped here at the 12800 area, we had a nice, almost a double bottom, almost a perfect double bottom, just maybe a couple of hundreds of a pips off. And then, but still, after that, it just rocketed from there, right? And now we've got this push higher, right? And so we've got this pullback. And then we can look, we don't have any level. No, when you're in the middle of this, between two big areas, we're almost in like no man's land, right? We can say that we have some type of an uptrend, and we look for, and then price is pulling back from that, and it did make a little, so there's really nothing to do here, because you have your zone. You have to know where your zones are, and you see the zones are easy to recognize because this is where, well, I'm not gonna see that. Oh, okay. We'll just change the color, right? All right, and then, oh, right, yeah. So that is our entry zone, and this will be a take profit zone right here, right? So if we're already in the trade, we would look to like try to hold it till we can get back. We get back here, right? So let's say we were to, okay, just trying to, right? Let's say really, all right. Let's. Yeah. So if we hit it like that, and maybe like that'll give us like $300. Let's see that. Let's see if that will work, right? And we could go all we can see the maybe a couple of pips below that area would be like 8.6 pips, and you try to hit it back to that old the banker's level of 28.25, right? So it's taking some time. This Asia session, so it's probably going to be pretty slow. But you can see the banker's levels can give us, as long as we're above 20, the 0, we look to the next level, which is the target 25, right? And then maybe we take halfway between the two and say, have a stop, maybe, I mean, 5 to make 8 is not too shabby, right? And we're not in the money because of the spread, but we got a nice little double bottom right there, so that's kind of cool. And maybe we get back on the other side of this trend line and start moving on up into the money, right? Now, micro levels, there's no, yeah, when between the bankers levels of support and resistance, like let's say if we look back, if we can see other levels, and you can see that we tagged that level very well, and you can see how we paused at the 0 level from the bottom side, and we didn't draw any, right? So 0, we had the okay, let's see if we can 0075. So our 75 area was, oh, there it is. We did do it. Okay, it's still so far away, right? Yeah, we didn't really have anything till we broke. Once we broke it, we just meandered along till we hit that target, right? And this one here, this was the 2750 area. This was a lot of support, lots of support. We're punching through, rattling through, and then finally lifted off from that 2750. Move back here, we can see that we barely, here we did one touch of the 2720 to 25 area. Nice little double bottom of the 25. And once we touched it, we didn't head back toward it, right? because we're in an uptrend. And so if we are in an uptrend, I mean, here's a tap where we're coming from a downtrend into it, bounce, retest. So you have a double bottom at the 25 area, right? So pretty neat, pretty fascinating. Okay. So that's how the bankers levels work. It's just like an elevator. And I'm using a tick chart, but if you went to a 1 minute chart or a 5 minute chart, you would see similar. That's our 5 minute or 1 minute. We get a 5 minute. That's how you can if you move out to a 15 minute, the levels are it's without a doubt you can see what's going on, even coming in from the when we're moving into a range. This playing the range back and forth provides trading opportunities in the range. If you want to trade the range, 30-minute chart, the lines are still right. And then the hour, we can see, almost a double top at the 75 area. And if you add some more lines down here to fill this in, you can see, well, we had 75.00, and we had a 50 line, right? And then you had another a 25, and that's 24. And that was 25 exactly, right? Now, how does this compare to Fibonacci, right? So let's say we took a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom here, right? If you took a top to bottom down Fibonacci, I'm going to change the color. You're going to see that there's going to be some overlap. And when there's overlap, sometimes you see what we call a confluence. And you can see, okay, wow, this is like the same, right? So if I can make it a little bit thicker, maybe thicker line type, thicker thickness. I don't like a thick. Okay, so there. So you can see that there is overlap between Fibonacci's and quarter lines. Look at this, the 618 and the 75, and it was a very strong reversal and very strong support and resistance moving forward. The 50% retracement also contained price, and the 38 and the 50, lots of congestion in the 38 and 50. Even if you move it out into the future, right? If you extended this out, then you'd see that all these lines fell within that area, right? And even at the 38%, the 23% retracement, right? So there's overlap. And when there's overlap between Fibonacci and bankers levels, you're going to find extra strong support and resistance. So when you get a break through it, it really takes off and really makes its move, right? And we're in the money right now, right? Let's get down to the 15-second chart, or 50 second, 25 tick or 20 tick, right? Right. So there we are. Yep. So we're up. We're up $53 since we got look at our entry. Very low pullback. In fact, this is 128.16. Low is 128.16.02 pips, right? So we're still there and and we're up. Okay. So cool. I'm going to check to see if there's any questions in the chat box, and make sure that you see if there's any questions. Let me get back in here. I got cool. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered that area. I want this we got some new students, and here we go. We're up $63. It's moving up. $73. Come on. There we go. And $100, I'll take it. Right. And then we can take our money. So we did. So we made money, and in the ATU, we make money on demand like that. You can see we just pulled the trigger, made a few bucks, and then closed out the trade. How many times have you seen that? So make sure you sign up for Elite Traders University. We do have open enrollment going on currently, and we have a lot of great. Our program is second to none, and so we definitely would love to have you to be a part of the inner circle of Elite Traders University. This is our 10th year, and 10th year since I left the brokerage to start this company to help traders become professional traders in 90 days or less. We have a lot of tools and support. We give you guys an edge, the edge, and you can see that edge every day. That's why I, got Uncle Cut. He was not a very good trader for many years, and he became he's a master teacher, not a teacher but a trader. He doesn't just teach; he knows how to trade. So it's very to see someone evolve that quickly. And it's not just him. I mean, we have our newest person, Crawford Peterson, is already he's done his stage 2. He's is already up to 20% in his demo account. We have the number of our students are actually doing really well with just being able to pull money out of the market on a regular basis. So come join us at Elite Traders University. We'd love to have you. It's a 12-month course, but usually within the first 3 or 4 weeks, it makes perfect sense to you. The only thing you'll regret is not joining sooner, and because every day that you're not in it, if we're making virtually all of our traders make 2 to 3% per week, some actually 2 to 3 per day. In fact, I recently just passed a prop trading challenge myself, just to show people that it can be done. And I know I've been doing this for 30 years. I should be able to do prop trading challenges in my sleep, right? But they gave me a certificate, which was cool, right? My name is Thomas Gregory McLeod, so I use my first name. So they gave me a certificate for passing that. So it's pretty cool to have a $10,000 account to trade, and being able to do that in just a few trades. So the goal was, and you just had to make $800, and I made 9.5% profit last night, like in one night, right? Which is pretty cool indeed. So I had my win rate was 100% win rate, and my average winning trade was $51.33. But my expectancy, so 10,950, and so we passed and we got our certificate, which was pretty cool. And you can do it too. We could come over to. Love to have you actually use the Blue Guardian. If you use my link here, what you can do is there is a discount coupon, so you can actually, if you have my market heat map, really cool. Let's go right here. You can screenshot this, you can use your phone and you can get into the Blue Guardian prop account, right? You can save with offer code Elite Blue 382, and I'll go ahead and pop that in the chat box if I can find it right here. Right, so I'm trying to find me. I'm trying to find the live. We are streaming live, but I can't see. Okay, I got questions, and then lots of chat windows. All right, and everything is like okay. Well, anyway, it's in the group as well, right? And also if you're looking for a broker, let me know. Just DM me and say, hey, Greg, I need a prop trading account, because I was looking at the poll. We had a poll here. I don't know where the poll is, and we're growing. We're getting new members all the time, which is really cool. Let's go to discussion. And the biggest problem that traders had was they put down was money. And I don't see that poll anymore, but it's in here. I don't know why I can't find it. But the poll talked about money. And so undercapitalization is a serious problem, but you can solve it with a prop trading account. Because if you can pass the demo account and make 8% with no more than 5% drawdown, they're going to give you $10,000 to trade. And with $10,000, if you're doing, 2 to 3%, 5% per week, well, 5% per week times 4, that's 20%. 20% of $10,000, it is $2,000, right? So it's not bad. It's a not bad start. And then you could use it to buy other challenges to maybe get up to $400,000, like some of my students have done. So that's a way to get more capital, but you need to have the knowledge to do that. And the knowledge doesn't come free. There is an investment of time, there's an investment of talent, and there's an investment of resources, and also there's an investment in the price, right? And so just remember that, when you're with a system that's 90% right, and it's like baking cookies, you're always going to make more money than I can ever charge you, right? That's the thing about it. And you have an issue with your trading. That's why you're here. And the fastest way, you can get fish from Jamie, you can get fish from me, you get trading ideas. Ultimately, you need to be mentored. And I know that's what the critical thing happened to me back in 2004. I wasn't doing that great. And so I took my last money and said, like, I'm going to put money in the market and I'm going to try, it's like, really? It's like, you don't know what direction you're going, and you're going to just, instead of buying a map, you're going to do something else with it, right? And basically, he sold me a map where I was able to create my own system using his guidance to do so. And he wasn't free, he wasn't cheap, he didn't give me a discount, but I've made much more money. You have seen me make hundreds of thousands of dollars from what this man taught me some 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I made the decision to do that. And it wasn't a popular decision. I took heat, from my significant other, like, do we need to do that? It's like, now she's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. It was the best decision. I manned up. I grew up here, manned up, and said, this is what we're going to do. And then I followed through with my commitment. Because I believed in what Margaret Douglas has done, and then what I could do. I believed in myself. And so because I was able to do that, then I was able to, you guys are the beneficiaries of a decision I made 20 years ago. So you want to look back 20 years from now and say, wow, it's 2044. Now, did you leave a legacy to your children? What did you leave other than bills? What kind of legacy will you leave your children or grandchildren? And what kind of future could you secure in a very uncertain future, with AI and all kinds of things, and wars and rumors of wars and all those things that we read about in the Bible, thought it'll never happen, and now it's happening, right? So it's time. That's why you're here. Don't think that many of you have never even seen me or heard of me, and somehow miraculously you saw me on somewhere, and then you came, right? So understand that God has you at the right place at the right time, and this is the time is now. The time is for you to take action, whether it's a payment plan or whatever. Just get started so you can start making money and take advantage of this market. It's a great market. We have a great system. We have tons of testimonies. I've been doing this for 30 years. I worked for one of the largest Wall Street banks, and one of the largest Forex broker dealers in the world. So if anyone knows what's going on behind the scenes, I do. And I can hold your hand every step of the way to make sure we have a guarantee that you will succeed, or we'll continue to work with you. We guarantee that you will succeed. We're not cold. We're not going to bombard you and upsell you. Buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. It's like, no, this program is a one-stop shop. You never have to, wander anywhere else. You can come home. This is home. And you know it's home. You feel it's home. You feel the love here. You see the support and you see the results that we're getting for people. Now it's your turn to make a step. We're pouring out to show you that this is for real, because there's so many scams out there. There's so many people that won't pull the trigger in front of you. They'll show you a screenshot, but they won't show you, and they won't do it in front of you, win, lose, or draw. And so I want you to consider how powerful that is. It's like watching, it's just like you watch an infomercial. He's like, oh yeah, that thing, it dices, it slices, it works. Oh, hey, honey, give me the credit card. I want to buy it, right? We buy stupid stuff that looks really good, right? I stuff I buy, I love. I love infomercials, and I have a kitchen full of stuff, and I use it too. I use them, and but if seeing is believing, then what are you doing? If you're seeing this, or you're seeing these results, and you have not signed up, what's wrong with you? You know, so you got to think about that. This guy made 2,000 pips last night. Oh, okay. So wouldn't it make sense to explore and find out how you can get your part? It's nothing special. I'm not a special person other than a child of God, and so are you. So if I can do it, a kid that grew up in South Central LA in the 70s and the 80s, you can too, right? You are smart, you are bright, you have you're a smart, intelligent person. That's why you're here, right? So take the next step, because you don't want to spend 18, 20 years trying to figure this stuff out. We see young people come in, and then they're old, still thinking one day this is going to work. It's like, yeah, because you've been DIYing it. You can never get that time back that you lost. And working with me, you save time. People ask, well, how much is it going to cost? Well, how much is 3 years off your life? What is the cost of 18 years of you not being able to profit from your trading? I had one student that was like so embarrassed. He started in 2008, trying and trying and trying. He's like Pinky in the brain. What are we going to do today, Pinky? Like we do every night, try to take over the world. And then, you do something, you blow up, right? And start all over again. And if you're tired of that cycle, that boom bust cycle, I know you are. I know in your heart of hearts, you don't want to take that credit card out and buy some more Bitcoin and move it into your account and try this again and then blow up. Why? Because you don't have a plan. You don't have a series of steps. We have a simple 3-step approach for approaching the market. Stage 1, step 1, simulation. You practice our time-tested, battle-tested system, the pip and run system, and you're going to do that, right? It's the way we evolved into compound day scalping, where you compound daily. You're able to compound the market daily. And when you use this compound day scalping, you're able to practice it first in simulation, see the results. You're gonna suck at the very beginning. You're gonna have like 20% and 40% and 30%, but then it's gonna go up. You're gonna start hitting 80% and 90% and 100%. You're gonna hit 100% winning trades. And when you hit 100%, you're gonna have a lot of confidence. And then you're gonna move on to stage 2, right? So after 14 days, when you go up to average of 90% winning trades, you're going to go to demo. In demo, you're going to be able to take a demo account, and you can double that demo account. You'll use BioFX Book. We'll verify results, and you'll be able to double and triple that account, and make sure that you are that you have a deep understanding of the strategy, right? That you know what you're getting into. You can identify the reasons why you took the trade, and why it worked and why it didn't work. You have to be fluent in that. Many of you guys are taking trades. You don't know why you're taking the trade. You don't know why it lost. You don't know why it made money. You just kind of like you're gambling because you don't understand. You think it's random, but it's not. There's a method, and we wanted to reproduce that over and over and over again. So once you double that account, and you have a deep understanding of why you're doubling this account, then you're going to say, hey, I can do this in a live account, right? I'm going to take $100. Stage 3, we take a small account, And then we double and triple that account as well. And now you're ready to scale. You're ready to go into a prop trading challenge and hit it and make, and and get a funded account for 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, or like $200,000, like one of our students, Kovis Goosen got a $200,000 account from the funded trader, right? So in fact, I'll share that screen with you. Yeah. So when there's he did 200, he got a gold certificate, right? That's pretty cool. We got Eric Taylor, or that got a certificate. So we have tons of students that have gotten the certification, their certificates, right? And we have students getting the certificates and achievements, surge trader certificates, right? They're getting the certificates of completion, right? So we got this different people who are doing this all the time. So you can do it too, right? And then pound for pound, the amount of people that I've helped, thousands of people around the world for the past 10 years. And before, when I worked for the brokerage, I was a trader coach, and I help people make hundreds of thousands of dollars working for the brokerage. So I'm on your side, a man who used to be on the inside, and I love you. I wish you all the best. And go ahead and you can DM me and say, hey, if you want to you want to find out more, you want to get started, this start me, start me in the comment section, and let's go ahead and get you going, right? Let's because really you want to look back 6 months from now, from this point, and see where you are. If you're in the same spot and other people who have crossed over have, where you're going to see our pictures and, traveling and relaxing and totally at ease, and you're still doing the same thing. That would be very sad, especially when you have the opportunity to change your life, the opportunity. Well, I like I said, I don't need the money. You can see that the money that I would charge you to join the program, I can make that in like 10 minutes, right? So it's no money out of my pocket if you don't, because you're going to give me the money anyway, because when you lose, I take the other side of your trade, right? Because you're probably trading in the wrong direction. And honestly, I'm just gonna, when I hit your stop and it goes in your wrong direction, it's a zero-sum game. Losers pay winners. So if you're a loser, you're paying me, right? So you can either pay me in tuition, pay the company, pay Elite Traders University, or you can pay the market, and the market won't teach you anything, because it will always figure out another lesson. The market will have another upsell to give you, to try to teach you something different, and you'll never ever make enough money to beat the market, because remember, the market is the one teaching you. And so the market never wants you to beat it. So it'll never teach you what you need to know to beat it, right? So, and it's a casino. The banks are the casino, and I'm a card counter. So who do you want to learn from? Okay. So if that said, I want to thank you so much for being on this Thursday Power Hour, the banker support level. Put in a hashtag in the underneath and let me know what did you learn? What are the aha moments from that? What did you learn? That's one way in Elite Traders University. What we do in our classes is, after we have a presentation or a video, we get people to interact and to participate in their learning by talking about what they learned. Because the best way to retain this information, you need this information, and knowledge is power. And when you go to fight in the battle, you don't want to hold on, before you attack me, let me read this jujitsu book, page 34, grab the hand, go over here, hold on, stand right there, and then let me throw you like this, right? It's like, no, you have to know this stuff cold. You have to know it cold. And the only way to know it cold is to do something with the information. So your subconscious mind goes, oh, Bob wants to use this information. He's writing it down. He's discussing it. He's saying something about it. He's typing an emoji and a hashtag and typing something. He must want to remember this for a reason. So now when you go into trading and all of a sudden, gee, this is doing this is going that, what am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah, okay, now I know, right? That's how the human brain works. I was a school teacher for years. I have a lifetime teaching credential. And so I know how kids learn. And so you make them learn. How you get them to learn is get them to do something with the information. So do something with this information that I'm sharing with you. As you go into the Facebook group, there are guides with free information for you to help you show you some things. These are not going to like change your trading overnight. They're not a magic bullet, but what they can do is at least help you stop the bleeding, right? It's a band-aid. It's a tourniquet. It's something until you can get in and really get the major surgery you need, mentorship. Okay. So I love you guys. I wish you all the best. And you guys have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. Okay. Talk to you later and see you in the live trading room. Or I think that's it. That's it. We'll see you next week. Okay. Cheers. Bye bye.